Good evening, everyone. I am Harsh Anmol, the student convener of Center for Legal Aid Program, NUSRL Ranchi. I am your host for today. On behalf of Center for Legal Aid Program and ProBono India, I welcome the resource person, Dr. Kalpeshkumar Gupta, the faculty conveners of Center for Legal Aid, Dr. Kaushik Bakshi and Dr. Shweta Mohan, other members of the organizing committee, and all the participants to the second day of short-term course on legal aid and allied laws. Yesterday, we had the inaugural session with Dr. Ashok Patil, where he told us about the significance of this course. And it was followed by a session on law, society, and introduction to legal aid by Dr. B.S. Patil from VM Salgaonkar College of Law, Goa, who shared his experiences and initiatives which the college has taken in the past few years. Today, for a session on the second day, we have with us Dr. Kalpeshkumar Gupta. Sir is a teacher and researcher. He is a PhD in law from Gujarat National Law University, Gandhinagar. His area of interests are corporate laws, RTI, court management, entrepreneurship, general management, public policy, and other allied subjects. He has been delivering guest lectures at law, management, and commerce colleges and various institutions in Gujarat and other states. He has participated in 60 plus conferences, seminars, workshops, and presented 25 plus papers in various national, international conferences and seminars. He worked as an academic associate in business policy area at IIM Ahmedabad from 2010 to 2015, where he was associated with courses on law and management. He worked as an assistant professor, research, and faculty coordinator of Gujarat National Law University Legal Incubation Council. He's the visionary behind this course and has been successfully conducting it in collaboration with various universities for the fourth year now. We welcome the founder of ProBono India, Dr. Kalpeshkumar Gupta. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, and the faculty members from CLAP. And good evening to all the participants. Sorry for the technical glitch. Again, it happens in online classes. I hope I'm audible. So, yeah, thank you very much. So, let us I'll be starting with some of the questions. Like, I hope my audio is okay because I can see some message audio is very low.
Your voice is clear and audible.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please, participant, check your mic setting at your end. Okay. So today, we started, Patrice sir talked about the legal aid, some basic aspect. I will try to connect some of the legal, the aspect related to legal aid, what are the issues and challenges, and what new can be done in the legal aid. So now I'll be focusing on, what are my experience in the legal aid area for last, few years, especially. So now let me start up with some of the question, pose some question, like you can see, I hope it's visible. So first question, you can say, what's your understanding related to legal aid? Any response? You can start putting in chat box. We don't have time. So I will try to finish maybe 8:10 or 8:15 with, okay, thank you very much. Yeah. So what comes to your mind? Legal aid, what is legal aid? What you can do? Okay, providing legal support. You can respond to any other question also, like kind of work in the legal aid you can do. Issues and challenges also you can put up. What more can be done in the legal aid? Okay. Legal awareness, help to needy for legal support. Keep putting, you can respond anyone. Question 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay. Pro bono services, finance issue, anything. Legal assistance to people who cannot afford legal services. Okay. Making law ready for everyone. Yes, thank you. Can as easily be said to be okay, equal issue. We can help the needy who have financial issues. Okay. Making law accessible to all, helping needy and provide justice. Okay. Reaching the unreached through preparation for pleading. Yeah. Legal services doorstep. Okay, thank you very much. Now, what kind of, definitely you have already have covered like what is legal aid. We can say what kind of work can be done in the legal aid. Okay, yeah, thank you very much for the all the participant. Okay, now what are the issues and challenges in the legal aid? I would like to know some of the responses from your side. What are the issues and challenges? We discussed yesterday lack of infrastructure. Okay, building trust, definitely. Okay, communication gap, trust, lack of awareness. Keep putting whatever comes to your mind, right? Issues and challenges, lack of knowledge, infrastructure, lack of communication, scaling on large scale, lack of literacy in rural area, access to needy services, lack of literacy in rural area. Thank you. Response for people are just don't understand easily. Thank you. Access to needy, lack of support, politics. Thank you. Limited fundings, lack of networks, lack of motivation by skilled lawyers, lack of participation legal aid. Okay. Thank you very much. So many responses from your side. Now, uh, another question, what more can be done in the legal aid? Something out of box. Like we can see so many things you have suggested, what is legal aid, what we can do in legal aid, uh, what are the issues and challenges? Okay, thank you. Lack of money, lack of support, train the legal fraternity, something out of box. Give me some two, three. So I'm not here to preach what I have done. I'm here to take something from your side also. So I can learn, I can use in my session in practical life. Okay, like this thing I got in for fourth edition of this course. Okay. Help to downtrodden illiterate people, go to panchayat level, block level free application, lack of skilled worker, making constitution literal. Something again, I need something out of box. Not heard, not done before. Engagement legally clinically established incapable hire to take. Okay, this is a question. Introducing legal curriculum the school syllabus. Okay, thank you. Engaging all stakeholder, number of volunteers. Something again, I need something out of box. This already we have heard. Can visit jails and reach poor people who are really needy. Political conflict, lack of support. Something out of box. Can visit jail, free legal assistance to judicial proceeding before court. Usage of social media post in vernacular language and connect to people. Okay, good. Technology support for needy, making legal aid simple, accessible to all by setting up education centers, some of the camps, student advocate faculty. Paralegal volunteers cleaning the legal aid for continuous support, solve problems, engaging law student. Okay, okay, thank you. E-support, thank you. Make it compulsory for law students. Use of technology. Okay, thank you. I think it will take half an hour to read out all the, yeah. BCI takes the initiative to inculcate legal aid as a compulsory task. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so thank you very much. Again, let me start with, okay, fulfilling the constitutional mandate, answer the question. Yeah, definitely some of the very, I would say, out of box thought of, like not done regularly. Now look at this. Uh, I'm on slide number 3. Harsh, access to justice. Sahi hai? Yeah, thank you.
It's
So
okay.
we can see so many things have been written, like people are talking about in the constitutions, and then we can see so many provisions are there. Okay, thank you. Social media, yes, definitely. Building products, teaching compulsory at law school for awareness, yes, definitely. Again, some of the law school, let me give the answer right now here. Like some of the law school, they are having papers on any paralegal volunteer or clinical papers. So this kind of things are there. So we can advocate doing legal aid required to be paid in time. Yes, thank you very much. Create a separate mechanism. It should be made mandatory for advocates to take such type of cases. Yes, definitely. I agree. Like medical doctors, they have to go for compulsory internship in the rural area. So this kind of thing we can inculcate maybe for few months to become before become an advocate, or maybe something can be given. I hope slide is visible. There are some remarks in the chat box. So now you can see there a lot of things are there, like with the preamble talking about justice, equality, and then Article 14, 21. All of you like must be aware about. You can see like internship on the fieldwork. Thank you. So Article 22, 39A again, it's very crucial for us. CRPC, CPC, again, they talks about, they all are related to the access to justice, right? So you can think like what can be done in this area related to access to justice is again umbrella. Under that, the legal aid terms falls under that under particular, that the heading or umbrella, you can say. Article 39, we can say later on included in the our constitution related to the free and comprehensive legal aid. And then obviously that later on this legislation came. Now, can anybody tell me what is the goal of legal education? One line or maybe two, three words. Goal of legal education. One line. Legal knowledge, okay. Ideal state, aware of one's right, awareness. Okay, that's why we are studying or teaching, conducting this LLB course, justice, cost effective justice. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Make citizen empowered. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. So we can see one line like social change. Like there is no discipline like for example, the law is a social science, right? So we can say it's not a discipline like science and then arts, there are disciplines. So law is a social science, not a separate, I would say, like discipline the study. Now, yeah, thank you very much. All the responses. Now you can see yesterday, sir also talked about like component of legal aid. So legal reform, like for example, some of the participants they ask like paralegal services, right? So paralegal services, it's not necessary. Let me answer here. Not necessary only law student or people from the legal background, they can become paralegal volunteer. Not necessary. Who are interested, right? They also become paralegal volunteer, can be associated with the legal services authority. So again, not only legal awareness things. So a lot of things, like for example, sitting at your home, right? You can provide legal aid. Can you provide legal aid to NRI? Give me the answer. You're sitting at your home right now. Some like can you provide legal aid to NRI? Yes. Okay. How will you provide? Okay. Yeah, somebody's approaching. How will somebody approach you from foreign country? How they can approach you? Online? Okay. People are telling, okay, Amit Kumar, Manjunath, okay. Dr. Sonal Sardesai, okay, via LinkedIn, thank you. Yes. Video conference, definitely. So definitely your social media presence really helps. A few days back, I would say 3-4 days back, one lady from Canada, she narrated her entire story of more than 10 years. Let me tell you, she was having affair with a boy and then got married and then harassment, lot of things. Entire story. I'm not going to narrate right now. So twice, things we spoke to me more like almost 1 hour, and she's from Uttarakhand, and then boy was from the Jammu Kashmir. So a lot of things I'm not going into that detail. So again, I listened to her, and then again, very basic thing. We are not going to the international law things. Very basic thing, like there's a matrimonial issue. Sometimes what happens, like there's a marriage, and then husband they went abroad and never comes back, not replying to uh, wife. So this kind of things are happened. So how to guide in that case? So this happened in some of the cases also earlier. So I guided, and then I listened to her and then guided accordingly. So these are the opportunity. Obviously, definitely, this I keep getting call from all over the India, and as I told you, abroad also. So I try to advise from my side, try to connect with people who are in connect with me. So this is the way, sitting at your home. So it's not like always filing PIL and then making complaints and things, but then there are other things are also there, like legal representation. You can see filing cases, legal advices, legal awareness. So basically, what that we do, the paralegal services, again, as I told you, not anybody can become a paralegal volunteer, and then promoting ADR system, law reforms, right? You write something, right? Propose something, or some changes in the any law. You propose any other law. So it's not like changes in particular existing law, but any other law. Okay, this kind of law should be there. So don't think you, as a student, you cannot do, or as a faculty also, because I have other example also there. So you can make a model or things like, for example, uh, 5 years back, I proposed like a legal aid index. I'll be sharing in group. So that should be a ranking given to particular state. I hope my audio is proper, because I'm getting some messages. So I propose a legal aid index on the basis of ranking should be given to particular state, right? So, okay, these states are there in number one, number two, number three, based upon the activities done and various other parameter I'll be sharing in after the sessions. You can go through it. It's a 1.5 page model. I thought let me. So this kind of things are there. So you can propose those things, existing law or any rules, regulations, or may propose something new in that area. Why law students should involve, right? So you can see here. You will also learn. Rightly, Patil sir rightly stated. Let me tell you, I learned a lot of things from Patil sir and Prasad sir. He'll be talking tomorrow. So why again? You will learn. Don't think, okay, as a legal aid, what will I get? Right? In doing activities, carrying out activities, going for awareness program. But as a student, you will learn. Right? So obviously, it will help to society at a lower cost. You also learn, right? At the lower cost, I would say very minimum. Like I'm listening to somebody advising, so it will really help, right? Within I would say talk of 5 to 10 minutes, it really make a difference. uh, Teaching, right, it's responsibility. As I told you, it's a social change. It's our responsibility wherever you are, right, as a student, faculty members, professionals, or any field you are in. So you can contribute some, your responsibility, because every profession, I would say, is carries responsibility. It's not like earning money, getting degree, making money. And then you also learn practical skills. So this is why that's why need of involving law student in this area. Now the clinical legal education, obviously Prasad sir will be talking tomorrow in detail. So it's a practical aspect, right? Whatever you are learning, I would say, I keep telling faculty members, there is a scope of 95% of the subject, I would say, because some subjects is very, it's not possible to have some clinical component. So in that case, you will see 95% of the subject, you can have a practical thing, anything, right? Like family law, okay, there are something like contract law, pick up anything, right? Contract law, how will you have a clinical approach, right? So you can help, people to I remember Harsh, shared with me how they're helping street vendors, clap and the society to help, to getting registration under various laws, rules, regulations, maybe some, basic contract. This is also legal aid. Don't think, okay, what is the relation between contract law and then a legal aid? Yes, there is a things you can help. So there is a way out. So it's related to, like I said, clinical legal education. You can see really promote you whatever you're learning in classroom, that you do practically things. Like family law, like law is there, consumer law, while dealing with people, right? Okay, this is the provision of particular act or rules, regulation. It really helps you to, in your career. Here is there, right? It's not possible for us, parties are rightly stated, like society is a laboratory for us, right? We learn, right? We deal with people, interact. Okay, anything, any kind of issue comes up, don't think every time the legal issue will come, social legal issue will come, something not related to legal. So I have not got my ration card, I have not got other benefit from the various schemes under the government, the provided state to state or maybe central government. So clinical component will be there. So like you can say it educates people, right? It helps people. Clinical legal education, it builds bridges, right? So there is always a gap. Obviously, we as a faculty, we cannot bridge those gaps. So right now, I also, for my understanding, we are helping, right, student to become professional 30%, I would say, not a 50%, because we have limitation. So we can increase those percentage to 50% by giving this kind of practical experience. Obviously 50% he or she will learn while being practice or any other legal field. And then you also, like, so you educate people, builds bridges between the law schools and the societies, and foster professional ethics in that. Now, related to, is legal aid clinics compulsory in law schools? That is my question. It's compulsory to have legal aid clinic in law school from beginning. Yes, how it's compulsory? So earlier, like, look at it, there was I don't know how many, maybe older faculty. So we have been having degree statutory obligation. Yes, in our university is compulsory BCI. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, under the rules of like 2008. Yes. So now look at this. I don't know how many are aware about, maybe older faculty. So we are having two degree, like after passing 2 years, so we have to get general degree, right? So I can write LLB. But I want to, if I want to practice now, it's been removed. So I want to practice, so we had to do like 3 year course, like special degree. So we have to get like general degree and the special degree. Okay, thank you very much, because we have Center for Legal in our society. Yes. So earlier, look at this legal education again. It's very old. We can say one of the oldest, the field. Now look at, so after it's a mandate, right? So you can write down, you can say legal aid center should be there, like shall establish. So we can say 95% of the, let me tell you, in law school, it is on the paper. 1,700 plus law schools are there. So when there is an inspection, something is there, okay, they will put up some, office is there, some room is there, okay, they will put up legal aid center, legal aid clinic. But we know the practically what kind of work is being done, unfortunately. All of us, we are responsible for this. Again, so we have to carrying out very like wholeheartedly and with the spirit. Okay, we should do some activities, not for the sake of doing it. So you can see here, like there should be legal aid clinic, obviously for the uh, yes, okay. Thank you very much. Ground relative we work for seniors. I also work. Yeah, thank you very much. So you can see here. So and run by the final year student. You can see faculty member final year. So again, it's for the guideline has been given. So there should be a mandate how you run that with the help of all 3-year, 5-year law colleges. Like actually, let me tell you, I didn't get the opportunity right to do something legal aid, nothing, right? I was not aware about this is legal aid we have to do as a law student. Sorry to say, I was not aware about, and then we are not informed. Kind of this kind of things are there. Now look at it. This is journey. It's not like uh, the easy task. So okay, judicial. There's a role of judiciary also there. The journey started. There was a committee. You can uh, Gufran Ahmed, please check your device at your hand because it's going well as of now. If anything is there. Slide are not clear. Yes, yes, this slide may be some issue because this particular slide. So now the journey you can they started for like committee on free legal aid from PN Bhagwati and then Krishna Iyer sir, and then there's a Iyer committee, and then Article 39A was included in 1976. Then again there's a committee by PN Bhagwati sir and then Krishna Iyer sir. And 1980 you can see like there's committee on implementing legal aid services. And 1987 you can see the Legal Services Authority Act was enacted. It came into force in 1995. So I'm sorry for this slide, maybe not visible in that much. So what do you think the Legal Service Authority, what is the percentage of the people they are knowing about there is a law called Legal Services Authority Act? Any guesses? Any idea? I'm sorry for this slide. This is again, I will share this slide. You can go through later on. This is the journey I discussed from 1970, 72, 73, various committee, and then Article 39A, and then, this Legal Service Authority in 1997. Okay, 5%. Okay, Subhankar, 5%. Okay, any 2%. Okay, very less. I did my dissertation on this. Okay, thank you very much, Aparna. Very, very, let me tell you, very, like, okay, 4%, even most law students are not aware, definitely. So, again, I would say you can just ask randomly. Do you know some free legal aid kind of thing is there or legal service authority is there? Right? The answer is no. Right, definitely. Thank you, Aparna. You did dissertation, and my two PhD students they are doing work on this writing thesis on this legal aid. So in detail, yes, we do campaign. Okay, thank you. Yeah, definitely. Up DLSA types, yes. So again, various rules regulations. So major act is there. The Legal Services Authority in 1987 came into force in 1995. Look at it. Even after you will say just you do random, the survey in your area, right? You get to know how many people are aware about this law, Legal Services Authority Act, right? And there are rules, regulations are also there. Any schemes you remember? Any participants? I interviewed people, 25 people, millennial, for 24 they don't know. Definitely, you can just check it out. आपको पता है कुछ लीगल एड जैसा है लीगल सर्विस अथॉरिटी है डीएलएसए नासा सालसा राइट I came to know while working for a similar legal aid competition. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, core member of my college legal committee. Yes, thank you very much. So now any scheme like their act is there. This parent act, I would say, 1987. There are rule regulations are there. Major regulations by NALSA. There the rules regulations are there. Now yes, thank you very much, Manjunath. Acid victim schemes. Yes. Now there are act, right? Rules, regulation and schemes. Okay, Lok Adalas. Thank you. Acid attack. Yes. Any other? Bonded labor. Okay, thank you. So these are the schemes. So NASA, National Legal Service Authority, they come up with various schemes, right? So we can see, yeah, 3 bonded labor. Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much. So different state, you can just go through it, and there is no much, issues with regulation in the different stage. Okay, legal awareness program on Doordarshan. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, this is the scheme you can see here. So there is a like hierarchy. National Legal Service Authority is there. Let me tell you, very easy. Somebody like, as I told you, I keep getting call from all over the India. Then I ask, where are you calling from? कहाँ से आप बोल रहे हैं? So, no, okay, I'm calling from this particular place. Okay, now go to like, then ask them, please connect me on WhatsApp or guide them. There is a code. Don't tell the legal service authority. It's a very complicated, I would say, technical thing. There is a code, district code. Go to district code. There is an office, yeah, for the free legal. You just go there. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sridev. Scheme for disaster victim. Yes. So more than 10 plus schemes are there. You can just go through it later on. Now you can see here like National Legal Service Office. So you can guide them. Go to that particular code. There is an office called free legal aid. You don't if they are educated, you can say look, District Legal Service Authority is that is fine. So now you can see that National Legal Service Authority is there, and then state level legal service authority, district legal service authority, and the taluka level service committee, and then Supreme Court there is a taluka level legal service committee, and then High Court level this committee is there. So most of the like they are not aware about. For example, I want to sometimes I got call, I want to file complaint or make a petition in that. So I also recently I one of the I girl, she called me, so I guided like matter link the Supreme Court. So in that case, I guided her. There is a website. I shared that link in Supreme Court Legal Service Committee, and there is a issue. Let me tell you, there are helpline, website, online complaint application. Once you start operate like using, sir, and then she sent me, sir, it's not accepting, and then there is error happening. So again, I told her this is the email ID Supreme Court Legal Service Committee, and the NALSA send the issue that whatever issues is happening with the screenshot. Until unless you use or somebody using, right, you cannot help. Even you are helping, okay, there is a call, this kind of system is there, online mobile app, online system, so you can help sitting at your home, no need to go outside, right? So there is a way. So there is a like hierarchy is there. Now see the what are the issues. हर्ष मैं issues पे हूँ, उसी वाली slide पे हूँ. I hope it's moving.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So these are the major, again, definitely all the responses I have received, pertinent, very well pertinent. I would say more than, 40, 50 responses we received. So in that case, you can see as a lack of, these are the major, again, definitely nothing wrong and right. So lack of clinical legal education. So practical, we discussed, Prasad sir will be talking in detail tomorrow. So whatever we are teaching, learning, there should be some, the practical component. Right, we are teaching family law, that should be okay. Let us plan something. Okay, no problem. Miss for I would say one visit of family court equivalent to 5 classes. It should be something like that. One day student will go, and then so that kind of thing should be there, right? Is equivalent, or maybe you can visit the mediation center or family court, any other thing. So in that case, maybe senior citizens, there are homes are there. Their senior citizen act is there, right? I don't know, like uh, how many are aware what is a practical implementation on the ground, senior citizen act, right? A lot of things are happening now, a lot of judgments are keep coming, okay, they have rights for maintenance, and these have there are a lot of things, you might have seen. So practical things. And as I told you, 95% subject there is a possibility. Dedicated legal aid council. So can you tell me like what is the performance of legal aid council, because we have advocates and faculty members are there. What's the response? As I told you, a couple of to lack of trust among people due to lack of awareness. Okay, thank you. Lack of dedication. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Lack of dedication, motivation, definitely, yes. Yes, definitely, right? Lack of interest, dedication, motivation, very bang on, right? So again, there is a survey done by lack of time, definitely, interest, motivations. So look at this, like, one of the, we see in the next slide. So Professor J.S. Mann from NLU Delhi, he did research and survey, and there are some outcomes are there. We see in the upcoming slide. Lack of remuneration, sometimes even 1% of the population took legal aid. Yeah, lack of management. Yeah, and then third point, see like a budget constraint. So a lot of things you will see, like resources. We don't have resources, right? Sometimes some activity you have to carrying out. Okay, बच्चों को ले जाना on the field. Okay, so from where the money will come? What is the like transportation arrangement? Right. So again, this kind of things are there. Thank you very much. Self-centered people, monetary support. Okay, thank you for responses. So budget constraint. again, as I told you, don't try to. I've been part of various seminar talk at national state level. So we have discussed like these are again. So whatever, and don't try to replicate what NLUs are doing, what tier one, tier two, or maybe big law school in your city, in your district they are doing. So don't try to replicate whatever resources are there. Again, there is a possibility. Like Salgaon Law College, you can see it's not. It's a very like basically it's about best example of sustainable legal aid activities they are carrying out for the more than 25 years. It's the best example, right? How they are conducting. So, and it's a part of actually some of the responses by the participant, making it's compulsory, part of curriculum. So definitely they have to do. Like for example, in GNLU, as I told you, there are some papers also in some of the law school, paralegal volunteering and then clinical educations. There are papers are there, elective papers, seminar papers, and in let me tell you, in GNLU, you have to do 20 hours pro bono work compulsory in a year. So within a 5 year of course, right, you have to complete minimum 100 plus, right, 100 hours. So 20 hours in a year. Otherwise, you won't get a degree. Like earlier, you must be aware about CSR, corporate social responsibility, right? It's a compulsory, right? It was optional, right? Voluntarily earlier before 2013 Companies Act 2013. So again, there are a lot of issues were there. Again, so there's a impose. Okay, now there is a compulsory 2% you have to spend on a CSR. Other things like no idea about the legal activity. Sometimes faculty members, some legal aid में क्या कर सकते हैं? So there is a, like again, as a faculty, you're asking questions of what will be doing at your law school. So that kind of national law institute, we have sustainable development project and legal aid. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So here you can see these are the major thing again, or a lot of other points are also there. Now look at the case number 1. Can you see the study of law school based legal clinic slide?
Yes, sir. It's
Yeah. So again, this is the project done by Prasad sir. I think he won't be getting time tomorrow. He'll be discuss other things. So I'm sharing his experience. So now you can see here. So study of law school based legal services clinic, right? So you can see. So these are crux, right? So it's a UNDP funded project, right? So this is again a project done by Prasad sir. Now you can see here. So what are the crux of these things? So that sorry. So you can see here, uh, let me tell you, UNDP, United Nations Development Project, UNDP, Arpita, right? So you can see here, like these are the very basic. I'll be going through some of the major, the outcome percentage, not going detail. You can see later on. I'll be sharing this PPT. So another like we keep discussing this. We don't have incentive academic credit. If there is a paper, right? There's a credit, then I'll be doing. So you can see here, like, designated faculty here, like they don't have, the facility for academic credit, workload. I'm a faculty member, right? So again, we discuss this thing at the state national level. I'm teaching, for example, 3-4 courses subject in a day, collectively 15 or 20 paper subjects, right? Classes in a week. And then again, it's very, very difficult. Like Patel sir rightly stated, like I'm handling, like you was handling. So there's a reduction, there should be a reduction in the workload, like teaching or other administrative, not only teaching. Nowadays, for example, one third is a teaching. Let me tell you, as a faculty, one third is a teaching, and then the rest of the things, we have to focus on the administrative tasks, conducting various activities. So this kind of time we have to devote. So that is a concern. For example, I am handling any other, for example, there should be a reduction. I'm not talking focus or emphasizing on this legal against sometimes some faculty in other serious activities. So that should be a lesser burden of teaching. So he or she can spend much more time. Another thing you can see here, like few activities legal aid, like some talks here and there legal aid. Okay, it's a part of legal aid clean. Very few having collaboration with NGO. So that is again issue. Now look at this. In what happens, like it's very difficult for us to connect with society nearby. NGO, they are very well connected. So with the help of NGO, we will conduct various activities that will be more fruitful and more credibility will be there. We will be able to engage. Definitely, I'm not asking like, so again, go and then having a lot of NGO. You can have some prominent NGO, get connection, try to do activity collaboration with them, right? So this kind of thing. Now look at this. Yeah, the reason for ineffective work. So a lot of things you can say some point a lack of financial support already, like you have told uh, this is faculty to practice. In India, we cannot practice. In foreign country, for example, I'm teaching, so I can go and file the case also. I can fight it out any court or any forum or any tribunal, any other authorities. Access to academic credit, there is no credit, there is extra, extra activities being considered. Legal aid not being a part of faculty load, right? As a faculty, no lack of involvement of bar, they are not interested. For example, there is a limitation, right? You are doing legal awareness active one, there is a serious case, so there should be a connection between the with bar advocates, so you can connect. Okay, this is a case, now you have to take it, you can make an complaint, file PI or any other cases. So that can be, there should be support, should be there. Infrastructure facility is there. Judiciary again should be involvement. Restrictions on no training for faculty members. Lack of directive from BCI. I got some response from participant. Now BCI recently, I think 2 3 years back, sent a letter to all law schools. So adopt 2 villages from nearby your law schools, and they send us the list of students and the faculty member. So again, it was very, let me tell you, nothing, not that much fruitful. Nothing is happening. They sent a letter, and then I can see some of the activities being happening through BCI and then other authority also for last, I would say, 3 to 4 years. They should have started maybe 10 15 years. Okay, it's not like you have put up the compulsory thing. Okay, they have to do, and they have to, there should be the legal aid clinic, and then it won't work. Something concrete should be there. Lack of trained faculty, part-time students. Sometimes you see like special 3 year course, they are working somewhere else and doing LLB activities. So it's not possible, cannot convince them to spend time on the legal aid activities. So these are the some study. Now, what the suggestion? You can see there should be an expert faculty member should be there. Identify law schools. So again, suggestion made in the report. Five law school you identify, train them. Expert faculty members should be there. Then they also will be training other law schools, right? Law schools, they will train another law school. So training of it's called TOT, training of trainers, so they can teach further. There should be a conference on legal aid clinics. Just something happening, I'll be sharing towards the end of my presentation. So it's very good. Let me tell you, I'm very happy, like for last 5 years, a lot of things are happening in the legal aid area. Nobody was talking about. Now pro bono, legal aid, these are the very, I would say, become very talkative thing. Last 4 5 years, a lot of things are happening, so we should be happy, like something is happening rather than earlier, compared to the earlier years. Expert comment, clinical faculty should be there. And then the last point, you can see the create website for sharing concerns and experience. Now you can see whatever I like last point number 7. So you can see whatever many things I've learned, I keep uh, every day, like I see, like pro bono India website for and the other things. So I see, look, whatever legal thing happening recently. I'm really happy, like today's the Center for SCLAP NUSRL, they said a PPT, right? You can check it out on the LinkedIn, like legal service authority structure, taluka level and then district level. So I shared on my pro bono India LinkedIn page also. So this is the things, right? It's a very good, like awareness activities. So this concerns, I keep sharing what are happening in legal aid area, in not in India, outside also. So that's again, like what kind of best practices are there. Now case number 2, you can see here again some of the major point I will be discussing, not in detail. So as I told you, the Professor Jaising Man, he did activities, and these are the samples. You can see the beneficiary and judicial officers, member district legal service authorities, and the legal aid councils. So this was the survey. Now you can see these are the percentage. You will see like 98% of the beneficiaries, they opted because they are not having the support, right? They didn't have the resources. And then I'm not, again, it's a very long in detail, I'm not going, like you can see here, like 30, almost 37% consider legal aid council for the experience. हमें experience मिलेगा, right? There's a requirement of 3 year practice. If I practice for last 3 years, right, you can become a part of legal aid district legal service authority. You'll be getting cases, and you'll be paying based upon that. Unfortunately, like what happens, I would say more than that. Most of the time, let me tell you, they join for the experience. The percentage you can see here, almost 37%, but again, it's more than that. You can just do wherever you are, just you do some small survey. It's a, I would say, close to 70-80%. Because you initially, for example, like 3 year it become okay, let's become, you won't be getting cases, right? So let us part of become legal service authority, I'll be getting some cases. So that as the things are there. Some percentage you can see some crux, let me tell you in brief. They are not good at skill in arguing, drafting. Almost 95% of the cases they ask for the money, right? The legal aid counsel, they cannot ask money from the beneficiary. So there are complaint you can see here. 91% almost regulators, right? District legal service acknowledge they received complaint from the beneficiary demanding money. Okay, give me money for this photocopy and this travel conveyance. So these are the things are there. So now we can see, so these are the concerns. They are not good at arguing, drafting. They're getting joining for the experience, not dedicated. So no incentive, again this kind of things are there. No training, no commitments are there. So these are all the crux matters are there again. So as I told you, responsive from judicial officer, beneficiary, they were part of stakeholder in the survey. Now, like you can see, like 56% of the judicial officer were view of the quality of argument skills of below average, right? So you can just, it's a very I would say shocking, and it's more than that. Let me tell you, the percentage of the any other like percentage you can see like 55% they say legal aid counsel good at drafting, and then almost 46% the drafting skills like are just fair or average. That tools obviously you cannot expect, because and this I would say like one-sided story. Legal aid counsel, they are not doing that. If you interact with the legal aid counsel, you will see uh, like there are different stories. Like I got some responses, they are not being paid regularly, not handsome amount, right? Not future prospect. I think few years back they're thinking uh like give some incentive. For example, judiciary you'll get some point, or in the public prosecutor will get some point. So that should be incentive. Okay, no problem, I will do some voluntarily work as a legal aid counsel. But okay, this is okay, I'm not being paid, but if something is there, I want to become a public prosecutor or become a part of judiciary or any other thing. So that should be an incentive. So now these are some recommendation. You can see there should be a monitoring committee should be there. You should get some feedback from the from the legal aid council, the competency of legal aid council, code of conduct for legal aid council. And now the second last point you can see, recognition of service of legal aid council, creation of full-time empanelment. Now look at this, that is the problem, right? Okay, but if they are not good, what is the use? Definitely, Aparna, I definitely agree with you. So we have to come up with some mechanism. So next, let me ask, how many are aware about the recent scheme called Legal Aid Defense Council? Anyone? I'm repeating, how many are aware about the recent scheme of Legal Aid Council? Sorry, Legal Aid Defense Council. I got some responses. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, 2, 3. Okay. I'm aware. 1 second. So most of, I would say, let me now come up with percentage. 99% they don't know, right? So that's the percentage. So no problem, right? So another thing, like you can see, the case number 3. Now look at this. Another like connecting thing. Can you see the case number 3? State of Gujarat versus Manju Bain. Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
It's possible.
So look at what happens. Like sometimes we need some experience, right? Advocates, because some serious cases definitely it's not now look at this, the headline: cross examination is not child's play, purpose of legal aid is not a provide platform for young lawyers. Okay, I'm a young lawyer, so I go and practice, because there is a serious matter. Okay, some cases definitely it can be, here we need some like some serious offensive, we need some senior advocates, like, so they can represent very well. So this is the remark. It's not like practice. I'm a senior guy, and then sorry, young, and then okay, go for the particular case. So that is a very serious thing. So they need. So I will discuss this about the legal aid counseling in a while, maybe after 5 minutes. Now another thing, I hope you might have heard, like at least legal aid counsel should have some time to read papers. For example, tomorrow there is a case, this happened like, this is a recent case, you can see, an advocate appointed to represent the accused should be given reasonable time to go through the file. Tomorrow there is, okay, for example, something happened 2 3 days back. Today I've been appointed, so I have to go through all the files, right? So in that case, because Shivan, this is a very recent one, right? You can Joe's case matter in August. So you should have some sufficient time to go through this, the files, and he or she can defend very well, the properly in this case, right? So the recent case you can see. Now these are the like some points. So what you can do here, like, what can be the way forward? So more the clinical legal education, more obviously, as I told you yesterday, so 70, like whatever registered participants are, 70% they are students, right? Rest the faculty members and other professors are there. So when we are trying to do as a faculty some, some practical thing, right? So in that case, we will see, I'm sorry. So whenever I try to do some practical thing, so we need support from student. We try to have clinical component. If you're not ready, so why should we do it? Waste your time. We are not getting money. We have a lot of submission, this and that, and academic things are there. So we will fail. Sorry to say. So we need support. So clinical legal education, dedicated legal aid council, as I told you, definition of legal aid to be expanded in legal service authority. Now, section 12, I hope you some must be aware about legal service authority who are eligible. SC, ST, their income criteria is, for example, 1 lakh is in Gujarat. There are different 1,50,000 income criteria, SC, ST, woman like worker, disabled people. So they are eligible. That is section 12 of Legal Services Authority in 1987. So again, yesterday parties have at least stated whoever comes, right? So like, okay, so it doesn't matter. Like, rich guy also comes, will provide legal service. So that should be the thing. It's not like, okay, we'll see the criteria. Just please, whoever comes, please try to guide. Don't try to see what is the income, other thing, whatever possibility, whatever resources are available, right? So you can do those kind of thing in that. And the scope of legal aid. Uh, if you see in foreign country, as I told you, like, so there are different clinics are there. It's not only legal aid clinic, refugee clinic, tax clinic, startup clinic, different kind of clinics are there. So in that you also, for example, I want to, like, business law clinics are there, startup clinic. I want to, like, I don't want to go, I want to go in corporate. So in that case, while by through this, clinic, because there are, as I told you, like helping startups also, it's a part of legal aid, helping, okay, some basic drafting, some, needy guy comes, right? So I want some license from, authority, right? Please help them. This is the application, right? How many, for example, you might have been to banks, small things, sir, I want to withdraw money, please, can you fill this form? I hope, most of you might have done. So it is service. This thing happens sometimes. You see some government offices, that guy, looking for some person to help. So try to help them. Okay, give me this form and get detail, and try to fill this. This is also like there is a way, like a small sort of thing really makes a change. So that should expansion, coordination of law schools, NGO, civil service. Like as I told you, there is a gap in law schools and no proper engagement, right? So in that case, you will see. So connection should be law schools and NGO. Innovation in the legal aid activities we require. We go to some of the. Thank you, Advocate Mizanul Kabir. I was a law student, help a tribal family when local police gave pressure on me, brought me. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. So this is the thing, like there is a way, so you can participant could go through response in the chat box while listening to me also, because uh, uh, I won't be able to read all the responses. Now you will see what kind of, like, we need innovation in the legal aid activities. Now you can see here, like, yes, the legal aid council, right? I was discussing. So now this is very good scheme. What happens in, like, criminal cases sometimes, as I told you, like earlier, some couple of cases. So that is an issue. So that is a very good scheme. You can see different, like, so providing legal aid assistance, right? So different budget have been allocated recently, and now you can see, like, pilot project like 70 states, and then you will see, like, what is the criteria. Now you can see this is like what will a human resource. So there is a chief legal aid council will be there. So different you will see in that offices. You can check it out in your respective state. Deputy chief legal aid council, assistant legal aid council, office assistant. So these are the setup of the office of legal aid defense council. Now you will see, and I sorry, you won't be able to see, I think dikh raha hai, Harsh, the font. So let me read out for you. And now
Yes,
this
sir.
is the
Yes, sir.
fixed. Okay, thank you very much. So I will definitely I'm sharing this PPT so you can go through it. Now what happens, like, in legal aid council, like what used to happen. So on when cases comes, is it's allocated to uh, legal aid councils, right? So in that case, what happens, like in this issue, let me zoom out. I hope it's visible now. So now here you'll get the you know fixed salary. Legal counsel, there's uncertainty. You will get the case, you won't get the case, and then money comes later on. So now this kind of things are happening. So chief legal defense counsel, look at the salaries, like the fixed, right? You'll be getting. So 70 to 1 lakh rupees, deputy chief legal 50 to 75,000. And then pilot project means they selected states and they run. Right now, almost most of the states they are having this kind of schemes. Pilot means they any schemes, right? They allocated, okay, we'll be starting taking this state, right, and we'll run on trial, right? And this is called pilot. You see whether working, and then you can try to rectify those things. And then you can see assistant legal aid counsel 25,000, 45,000. So at least you should couple of my friend they become part of this legal aid council. Now this is the again different town wise, you can see it, they are classified. So junior advocates can get opportunity to, so there is a criteria, Manjunath, you can go through it, right? Experience, right? So you can become assistant legal aid counsel. So experience requirements are there: assistant, then deputy and chief legal officer, chief defense counsel. So these are the things. So please just go through it in your 1 second. So now the innovation, right? So innovation, what you can do in the legal aid activities. Now look at this. I working on the legal startups, like innovation, what you can do in the legal area. So pro bono is again one of kind of initiative. You can say what I started. Now you can see the like legal startup. What happened? Like this is like, as you can see, it's socially connected. Now it's startups initiated by a GNLU student. So again, the full form is a SOCO, like socially connected. So he started for the carrying out various activities. He also got the funding support from GNLU. Also, there is a support system available there. Now this all project by GNLU student. I have why and then there are other initiatives are also there, like Pink Legal, started by Jindal Global Law School student. Her name is Mansi Chaudhary, and then different other initiatives are also there. Now, law tools, again, you can see two sisters, they started. Like, I hope you all are aware about the word cartoons, right? So, with the help of cartoon explain law. So she started, like, both that girl, they started this, both sisters started this law tools. Samvidhi, again, the social legal startups. So there is a need of law, social legal startup in this area. Now, Project Sathi, again, the boys from Assam, and he filed couple of PIL also on right to education. He has been working. He's in, I think, final year. So he's working on the right to education in Assam and filed couple of PIL also, made a lot of representation before the government of Assam and various other authority also. So there is a need of this, this kind of initiative. Now, in the Corona time, any one of you have helped some done some legal activities in Corona time? Any one of you? As I told you in the beginning, sitting at your home with your mobile phone, right? You can go at call and okay, help, right? That is the thing. No, yes, okay, no, no problem, no problem. Thank you very much. So this is like what happened, like Department of Justice, they approach us. So sir, can you? So there was a lot of interns were there in with me. So in that case, right, for example, okay, thank you. We help migrant workers. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for your responses. Now you can see like Department of Justice, they approach approach me, and then sir, can you provide, because I hope you must be aware about the Telelaw and Nyay Bandhu. Right, some of you are already aware about Telelaw and Nyay Bandhu. Now you see they approach us. So in Telelaw, what happens? It's a pre-litigation advice. So MPN lawyers are there, but again they used to got 50 to 60 call in a day. It's very difficult because, for example, sir, I have not got this scheme benefit and the particular schemes or here and there. So in that case, very difficult. So you have to do some background research, right? So in that case also, so they ask us. So I talk to my interns and we formed a team. So 42 students. This is a like screenshot I have put up. Like online meetings were there with the Department of Justice Authority. So we facilitated 42 interns, right? So they made a team, 4 groups, and they were allocated different stage. They got the certificates also, and they also experience certificate and some merchandise item from the Department of Justice. So that was again very good experience when we did in this Corona time, sitting at our home. Now again, I got some responsibility to help the migrant worker. Now you can see that like GNLU, NLI, Bhopal, they help like migrant workers, right? Sitting, had a collaboration. They help with this migrant worker. One student from GNLUC started like a lot of issues were happening. What are my rights in the COVID times? Health and ration. A lot of schemes were there. So one girl, right? So you can see the initiative name is Know Your COVID-19 Rights. She started this initiative, and then I also contacted her and then covered her, interview. I'll be sharing her interview on this, platform. Um, Her name is Sharon. So, the particular scheme said particular, all schemes, right? Somehow I think remember a couple of law student with that, so created like a platform. So all schemes, other things will be that particular platform, because people are wondering where should I go for particular things in that particular area. So that's a very good initiative done by in Corona time. Now free legal services, people overbilling used to happen, right, in treatment. So we also face those kind of thing. Again, different kind of things. You can see NLI Bhopal, as I told you, they started Center for Labor Rights. Again, I think 3 years back they started very well focusing on rights of labor. So this kind of uh, the initiative they started. Now related to let me ask, like, how many law schools in your law schools? Where is the location of the legal aid clinic? Tell me, where is the location of legal aid clinic? Can anybody tell me? As a faculty or student, you can ask. Tell me.
Then it's it on the ground floor so that people can see that the university has its own legal aid and they can avail the facility.
Definitely, yeah. Thank you. So in the campus, ground floor, okay, in the campus, south of the campus gate, ground floor, yes, definitely. So this is again just left to moot court, okay, thank you, in Panchayat office, yeah. 40 kilometer away from my village near the main gate. Yeah, thank you very much. Now here, like what happened, like the location also matters. We discuss this thing at whenever we meet, we have discussed in earlier also national state level forum. So this is also really matters. Location of legal aid clinic, and ideally it should be at the gate of, I can see a couple of responses, get the gate of the our law school. Especially what happens in a big university, what happens, there are various law schools, sorry, various departments are there. I was working in Park University, like 150-acre campus. Law school, again you have to reach out. It will take, if you going by walk, it will take 20-25 minutes to reach your department, right? Again, so this kind of thing, so location, it also really matters. And ideally it should be the nearest. This example you can see, one of my friend, he shared this is a handling legal aid clinic at the Nirma University. So they set up at the main gate. So when he shared me, so I posted on my social media also. This is a very great initiative. I posted in Gujarat level or law teachers group also. Because it should be accessible. Okay, people will come to know this kind of things are also there. And then sitting arrangement, so and then water facility is also there. Because we don't know, people are coming from which places, what kind of background they are coming from. So meeting room should be there, some sitting arrangement, some water, anything like this kind of things should be there. It's not like the table chairs are there typing, okay, kya kaam hai batao, and then start listening, start at least feel that, make them feel some relax, and then try to advise and try to counsel them. So this is again example, again the location, related to location. This initiative, the Pro Bono India started 2016, started various activities. Again, I'm not going to that detail. We did like, okay, whatever happening in legal awareness all over the world, not in India. So I try to see what can be done. So what kind of things are happening. Like, have you heard about like legal aid council? They went on strike any point of time because they are not being paid, or there is a cut in a budget of legal aid activities. Have you seen? Have you heard? This happens in foreign countries, not in India. Okay, there is a, you can just type budget, legal aid budget cut, right? The series, the news will come. This happened in Canada, US, UK. So these kind of things, they go on strike also. So a lot of things are there. And then, and another question, let me ask, what is the percentage, right, of uh, per capita we are spending for legal per person in legal age activities? Any idea? How much money like no, we are spending on legal age activities on per person in India? Any idea? How many have heard about the uh, just India Justice Report? Anyone? Anyone? Have you heard about the India Justice Report? Okay, thank you, Manjuna Satyam. Okay, no problem. I'll be sharing. So you can go through it. The very like I would say a lot of insights are there. You can see less than like hardly one rupees, right? You can say on the legal aid activities. Very unfortunate things, right? So you can see like I will share this reports. You can just go through it. India Justice Report. So again, you a lot of things you will learn. As I told you, don't try to replicate or uh, right or maybe like imitate what others are doing. Try to you come up here to customize, right, your legal aid activity, because resources are different, geographies are different, so that you have to plans, you have to come up with strategy and whatever suits to you. Now different activities, this is again we started in corona time, compiling various smart we started with essay competition and film making competition that we were doing on social legal thing, and various case compilation. One of the case compilation done by Pooja Lakshmi, she is here. So she was she initiated the, the cases filed in the corona time, right? Various cases they filed, so you can, and then various other issues pertinent we have making case compilation last few years. Now another thing you can see, like access to justice. I hope you're aware about the MOOC courses, like 7 platforms. So there is a free course you can do on access to justice. uh Telelaw again, very now very good, like last people have started knowing, like still let me tell you, before couple of years back, people not knowing about Telelaw is there. It launched in 2017, right? So how Telelaw works, you can see here, it's a pre-litigation service advice, started 2017. Earlier it was like you can see, uh, the category was there, right? Section 12, as I told you, were eligible, they used to get free the pre-litigation advice from this Telelaw. It's called Common Service Center, a computer service center, you can say. You can get uh, now it's a free, anyone can get free advice from this Telelaw, like from the Telelaw, sorry, Common Service Center under the Telelaw scheme. So now there is no requirement, anyone can get. Earlier there was no category. Now you can see Telelaw right now, you can see 58 lakh beneficiaries are there. You can see, right, that the beneficiary under the Telelaw. Again, as I recent today morning, I downloaded this thing from the Facebook page, because just follow those things. Ministry of Law and Justice and what others are doing. So today I have downloaded, earlier it was a different figure. So I updated with this, 50, this new figure, like they got the beneficiary. So Telelo scheme, and the Nyay Bandhu scheme, there is a mobile app is there, right? It was launched in 2019. So Telelo 2017 and then Nyay Bandhu in 2019. Again, a lot of issues are there. You can see when I guide them, okay, there is a Telelo, sir, we are not getting enough support. Advocates, again, they are a lot of facing difficulties operating. So they are also asking for feedback. Until unless you use or ask someone to use, so you won't be able to give a feedback, because they had an issue, right? They have made an app. This, as I told you, that girl contacted me, like related to Supreme Court cases. So I guided her, okay, file make an application on Supreme Court Legal Service Committee website. Again, she was facing difficulty, so those can, they also need the feedback, how it's going on. So this is again, please explore this website. Now the Pro Bono Club, again different. There's a scheme called Disha, right? So it's a 5 year scheme, and then around maybe 300 crore rupees will be allocated. So again, the Telelaw, Nyay Bandhu, and then Disha scheme, designing, innovating solution, holistic access to justice, DEISHA. Under this Pro Bono Club is there, and then Nyay Mitra scheme is also there, legal literacy, and then Telelaw and Nyay Bandhu. These are all under this, this umbrella scheme called DISA, DISHA. So again, almost 60 plus law schools across the India, they made applications. They got the this permission to, and then they get a funding of 1 lakh rupees, right, to for this activity. Some of the law school, they got a second round also after completing 1 year, another 1 lakh rupees for the legal aid activities. uh, Again, different helpline numbers are also then. Unfortunately, let me tell you, I keep getting calls from Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, so these are the major things. I remember few years back, I guided, okay, one lady, so she was having difficulty. I told her, I was knowing, okay, this is the helpline. Sir, कोई उठाता नहीं है phone. So these kind of things are there, right? We at least we can guide them. Okay, we can give feedback to, because I'm connected to some of the authority, you also connected to some of the authority. So guide them, okay, there is a issue with your platform or maybe your number or helpline number, email ID, whatever is there. So those kind of things. Now, recently, I hope you might have heard, this is a very recent news in November, you can see a few days back. So our Chief Justice launched a right to legal aid launch, like awareness program, and then NALSA helpline upgraded, right? Again, until unless you use, okay, helpline number is there, 1500, helpline number is there, any other state helpline number is there. So you start calling. So what is it, if somebody is approaching, when contacting, when somebody is speaking phone, what is it, things are there. So this practical thing, you use, ask someone to use, get the feedback, right? Efficiency, whether working or not. uh, how many are aware about project 39A of NLU Delhi? Anyone? This is a very good initiative, right? Okay, thank you, Satyam, Arjun. Yeah, thank you very much. So they are doing wonderful job on the, like, no, earlier the center was called Center for Death Penalty. I don't know how many are aware about. So yes, thank you, Vash. Internship, Rashish did agreed. Thank you. So earlier it was Center for Death Penalty. They are doing wonderful work on under trial prisoners. So Project 39A, and then different activities, they are doing. So recently, like you can see, they come up with this report. So legal aid to under trials in Maharashtra, learning from the field. So around maybe 37 like percent, like, maybe, so they didn't get the legal aid support. So these are the thing. What is the budget? What is the budget, and then what are the spending on that particular legal aid activities, under trial prisoner budget? Lot of things are there, right? For 36 ALS CRPC, when somebody has passed 50% of the trial, so will be released on the personal basis. So a lot of things you can see, like in what is the ground reality. So this is very insightful. It's you can I'm sorry, access. It's online. Maybe I'll be sharing this link after the session. Again, these are the different reports are there on death penalty, right? So a lot of issues are there. You can see it's not think, okay, uh, under trial prisoners, like, I hope as you are about 76%, they're under trial prisoners are there. And a lot of why they're under trial, a lot of things, practical difficulties are there. If you go interact, then you will learn. Uh, Now look at this. How many heard about this agriculture legal aid clinics? Anyone? This is something, as I told you, I'm talking about out of box thing. So you can identify, right? Tamil Nadu Legal Service Authority, and with the help of NALSAR, they started this, initiative. So they set up for agriculture legal. So I also like it's a very good thing, because look at this. 2007, there's a 17, the NALSA plan conference, so selected law school, they come just share experience. The first time I came to know about land law clinic. So faculty from, I think, Tamil Nadu National Law, she shared experience. So we have land law clinic, because so many cases are related to land. And don't, as I told you, don't try to replicate. We cannot standardize. We have to customize our legal aid activity as per resources, right? So in that case, you see, so these are the, again, something related to helping, because obviously they identify need. Okay, there is a they also require. Don't think, okay, section 12, these are the eligible. Please, answer is no. You try to export, some legal activities. uh how many are aware about this legal services forum annual? I hope some of your law school, or maybe you, somebody will participate. Right? So GNLU, they have been doing conducting annual forum, right? In that case, you will see. So, under this, they invite applications, right? And then made a presentation before the panel. So recently, I was a judge in fourth edition with the Patil sir. So this is again, we listen with a lot of what other law schools are doing. But this is the competition, right? So they make a presentation, they submit report also, they make a presentation also, and then, right, obviously the certification, other things are there, and then get a funding also in that as per the amount. Now this is the fourth edition. You can see they have done fourth edition. I'll be winding up maybe next 10 minutes. Sorry, we started late. And then recently this legal state level legal aid symposium, they at least, try to meet, like, at just state level, I would say, meet, right, plan some, with the help of some and plan some activities, come and share your experience, right? This is, because you will learn from the best practices. how I'm sharing this experience, because I learned, I listened to people, right? I've seen people, so that's why I'm sharing this experience. So this is a way, like, you also learn law schools, you can plan some this kind of activities. So you'll also know, okay, that we can do, or we can plan strategy this way, right? So that can be learned in this area by sharing experience. So that's a wonderful experience. So state level law colleges, from Gujarat, they came. As I told, national level, that was again law school from national all over the India. They came. Now this is, I hope some of the student participant, they participated in this VS Mallar Memorial Legal Aid drafting this competition. Now you can see here. Okay, thank you. I getting so many responses. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Now you can see. They launched like the second edition going on right now. So they are done with like 2 editions. It's a very good initiative. Again, they've got a funding under the DISA scheme. Again, you can see that the designing innovative solution for holistic access to justice. So again, very good initiative. Last month, I also spoke. I addressed participant also in the valedictory program. Again, this was, as I told you, the 2022 and 2023. This is again brochure is there. Somebody interested, you can just go through, at least go through it. How they plan activity, how they invited entries, at least you will get an idea, right? Some have already participated from our participant. So sorry, so thank you very much. I was fast. I had to complete. Any question, query, I am open for. Yes, please. Any question, query, you can put it in the chat box. I will happy to take it. Yes, please. I will. Any question, query? Start putting chat box. I have started answering query in the beginning. People there must be hungry, so this is a time to depart.
There's a query from someone named Manjunath Balasubramaniam. He has asked if aid services are limited to any particular area, that is family or civil or criminal.
No, it's anything, not particular area.
There is another question on how to build career as pro bono lawyer as a first year law student.
Okay. Okay, let me go to say, is it beneficial to join legal aid in second year? I would say, start, like, in the initially you just start joining. Legal aid clinic is there. Start doing some activity. And most as I told you, it is on the paper. So you can initiate, right? I was in NCC, let me tell you, some very few activities used to happen. So I took the initiative to have my help, my friend, and those things work out. If no activity is there, you can take the lead. So very first year, I would say, not to wait for the second year. At the very first year, you start. So by the time you reach in a second year, so by it will be. That's why we advise in first year. Most of law school in 5 year law school. So go to NGO. Don't go to High Court, Supreme Court, right? Something on ground thing you learn. Right? So I suggest Mohammed Rahmat Raza. So I don't know, you are in first, second year. So first year, from the very first year, if you're interested, right? So you can, join activities. A pro bono lawyer, again, how to build career as a pro bono lawyer. Again, it's all about let me tell you, sorry, Ussav. It's all about interest, right? As I told you, I didn't learn this legal aid thing, and also gradually I starting, like, some social inclination. As I was in NCC, I want to join the army, do something for the country, society. So gradually, brick by brick, you learn things and then develop your interest. So definitely, even if you are in, let me tell you, last few years, I get call from in-house counsel. They are already in company. Sir, I want to involve in pro bono activities. He or she is working company, but again, you never know what point of time you will interested in some social activities, but there is a way. So I can do this kind of activities. So those kind of something related to some, maybe some area of interest related to, like, ADR thing, or maybe some commercial thing. So I can refer to, okay, please advise that particular guy. So there is a possibility. So not as a first year loss, you can start your career. So definitely, it's all about satisfaction. I would say, career, okay, judiciary, there's a career, teaching or legal aid counsel or corporate lawyer, in-house counsel. So you can call as a career. Here, it's about a giving back to society. I won't say as a career. You are feeling good, doing some activities, right, for the society, whatever knowledge you are having at what level. Even you are in first year, you can help, let me tell you. And a lot of expectations are there. घर में ऐसा हुआ होगा ना, right? Once you start right doing law first year, people are taking your advice. हमें बताओ, you are doing law, right? They start asking because there is expectation. You are doing law. Don't expect, oh, you will reach in fourth and fifth year, become senior student, and then so answer is no. There is an expectation to the society, and then you can solve the problem, making small complaints, small representation. So that is a possibility. You can do it, right? Don't wait for first year, second year, third year, right? From the first year, you please start. Even let me tell you, not in law school, right? You can do activities. You should talk about your interest and inclination, nothing else. If someone challenges our organization, if we try to set up legal aid infrastructure, how we can secure the setup? Nothing, right? Few months back, one girl, right? She's a young advocate from Punjab. She got connected on LinkedIn. She connected with me. Sir, मुझे भी कुछ करना है, बताइए. So she, we discuss on name, how to conduct legal activities. So nothing. It's a social service. No, right? Don't worry about, and obviously don't indulge other activities, right? Some illegal things, right? The social service, definitely you can do it. So nothing worry about this, challenging or people will raise question against you. Yes, I will share PPT, definitely. Okay. Sir, for legal, do we have to enroll with the DLSA or we can do our own as an advocate? So Hariom Tiwari, so obviously if you are having 3 years practice, so you can enroll with the DST Legal Service Authority and advocate. And there is again, please check it out, student. If you have not taken a training, you can become a like paralegal volunteer with the District Legal Service Authority. So please talk to your faculty members or institutions heads regarding this. And then they keep planning district legal service authority, this paralegal volunteer, the programs frequently. So you can also take a training in that. How to impart legal aid service to prison areas as student, what additional step may require? Again, you need to require, right, proper permission as a student, or as a, you won't be getting access, definitely is also require a lot of time. So with the proper channel, right, only that you can access, prisons area. And obviously, okay, any other thing, questions? What should be the roadmap for law student who has just passed out law course, and where to start? As I told you, while doing LLM, LLB, no idea, legal aid, nothing. Right? After LLM, I got married. So that was first. So now nothing, no idea, nothing. So I developed those things. It's all about interest. That's why I keep telling, don't plan. I want to practice. I want to become a judge, legal aid counsel. Start thinking, keep exploring, right? And then whatever appeals to you, try to start working in that area. And nothing, not just it's all about, if you're like interested, you will find the way. Now, obviously, towards the end of this course, some like most of you will develop some interest in these activities. Okay. Thank you very much. I think we should stop. I can speak for another 1 hour. Sorry, we have to. Okay, access to justice through technology. So definitely, these are again help of technology. Telebandhu, Nyaya Bandhu, this part of technology, and Dr. Nautika, she'll be sharing her experience, right, or insight on the role of technology in the access to justice. So I'm resting my case here. Sorry, I won't be able to speak more because it's again dinner time. I've taken a lot of time. We started late. So thank you. Over to yours.
Thank you so much for an informative session on issues, challenges, and legislations relating to legal aid in India, sir. Now I welcome Dr. Shweta Mohan, the faculty co-convener from Center for Legal Aid Program, NUSRL, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gupta, for being with us today and sharing your valuable insight with us. I think you were your approach was very practical while going through the entire slides. You brought into account the various uh, uh, possibilities and the challenges faced by the legal aid centers and the programs carried by various universities. One thing I would like to mention over here is that you talked about budget constraint. Obviously, it's a very important thing that any of the institution has to think. Also, you were very particular about that we should not replicate things from various institution. Rather, we should be original in our own sense. And this would be the true sense of legal aid. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing with us your valuable insight. I would also like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor for giving us this opportunity, particularly Center for Legal Aid program, to organize such a wonderful program in association with Pro Bono India Legal. And I would again thank our convener, Dr. Kaushik Bakchi, our co-conveners, student conveners and co-conveners, and the student co-convener of Bono India, that they have worked such an to such a level that we were able to have 1400 plus people for this program. It is a wonderful program that we are running, and I hope we will do it very successfully. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. With this, we conclude the session for today. I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Thank you for joining.